How's it going, everybody? It's Pride here, and today I'm bringing you guys a video to talk about Code Vein. It's been a little while since I've talked about this game, mainly because I haven't really had anything to talk about. The last time that I did make a video on it, it was when I went to E3. I played the game at E3 and I talked a little bit about that, but I guess I kind of wanted to talk about the hype that this game has behind it, because in my opinion, right from the get-go, it had a lot of hype behind it. Now, granted, in the beginning, right when the first teaser came out, it was mainly because people thought it was related to From Software, because the the cinematic that they had was a lot like something Bloodborne-ish. People actually in the beginning thought that it was going to be Bloodborne 2, when we knew it was a Bandai Namco property, but I guess there's people who play the game and just don't really know that that's a Sony property. And I know that that game had a lot of hype behind it because the video that I had made on it right off the bat at this point has I think over 100,000 views, which is pretty rare for another game. It's a Souls-like game. It's got an anime style. There's characters with two big plots, lots of them. And I guess it does seem to have kind of an interesting story. I still don't really know much about it, watching a couple of the trailers. I don't think I've watched this trailer that's currently on the screen right now. Mainly because I thought, at one point it's going to come out here soon in September, when it was supposed to come out this year. And that's one of the main things that I wanted to talk about. I was thinking to myself, it's going to come out in September. I might as well just avoid, spoilers and all that, and then I'll play it fresh whenever it comes out. So it turns out the game got delayed. It's a little bit of a bummer. It's a game that I was very much looking forward to playing on the channel. I was definitely going to do a playthrough on it. But we didn't really get a concrete answer onto why it got delayed. Basically, one of the things that the Code Vein Twitter had put out, they just said, "Dear Code Vein fans, a big thank you to everyone who came out to play our demo at Anime Expo and E3. Based on all the feedback we have received over the last few months, we have decided to push back the release into 2019. Now, this thing was coming out in the same month as Spider-Man, which I guess could be bad. And then the next month, in October, you had Red Dead Redemption coming out. So it was going basically up against these two giant titles. And I feel like when people are limited on money and they have two games, they have this Souls-like anime game and they have Red Dead Redemption 2, or Spider-Man really, I feel like most people are going to be going for those two games. But this game also is targeting a different fan base, I think, than those games. They're not really targeting, regular old casual fans, even though I think Spider-Man and Red Dead Redemption 2 could be those, two games that are going to be picked up by casual fans of regular old games that play an hour a day, or people like us that probably play way more than that. So an hour and a half a day. But I feel like Code Vein definitely was trying to hit that target of the Dark Souls fan base, the Neo fan base, because that game as well kind of was trying to hit that same target. It was trying to hit that Dark Souls market. Obviously, it was made by, I believe, Team Ninja, who made Ninja Gaiden. They've made popular games that are difficult in the past. And the game itself sold, I believe, over 1 million copies. So that warranted a sequel, which I'm also pretty fucking excited for, because that little teaser trailer that they showed at E3 was sick. But I think the delay for Code Vein definitely did put a big damper on people's hype. One of the biggest reasons I was excited for this is because I don't think there's anything really Souls-like coming out anytime soon. I feel like this could have been, that game that comes out and we play in between this and Sekiro, that's going to be coming out sometime in 2019 probably. And now I hope it doesn't, but I have a feeling it's going to end up coming out at around the same time as Sekiro, which I think is going to be, around August, because I feel like that's usually when From Software release their games. But I guess it's for the better, man. It's for the better. They said that one of the biggest reasons that they did push the game's release date was because of the feedback they got from people at Anime Expo and at E3. Being one of the people that did personally play it, I didn't get a lot of time with it. It's not like I got a personal demo or anything like that. I played it standing up, surrounded by different people walking by, noise everywhere, with no audio, I believe. I can't really remember, to be honest. On a 50-inch TV that was 2 inches from my face. So, it's not exactly the optimal way I would want to play this game. And it did kind of run like shit. Now, I believe that wasn't the game itself's fault. I think that was just, the whole TV standing up maybe even regular old PlayStation, not even PlayStation 4 Pro. And the level itself, I don't think was like an actual level in the game. It was something that they made for E3. Okay, let's put a bunch of enemies in there, then let's put a boss in there as well. Because playing through that, I do remember it being really bland, except for the boss, which I thought was pretty cool. But it was one of those weird games where, after the first time playing the demo at E3, and I don't think it was, you know, the game itself, but the demo, I didn't want to play it again. I didn't want to go back and play the demo again and like standing up there, because I felt like this is probably not going to be a level in the game. So there's no reason in playing this weird enemies everywhere. They're all kind of jumbled together. They're not really placed intelligently at all. The boss is in a random spot that I believe they said is not the actual boss room. So I did only play it once really, even though there was no line for this game. But I thought the regular old hack and slash type of game type, it was fun. It didn't really feel that clunky. It felt a little bit clunky, but comparing it to Dark Souls, I think most games are going to feel clunky. I feel like you could put it on the same level as Nioh. And I'm talking about how it feels, like just literally how it looks, because Nioh is completely different. I'd say Nioh is way better than this game, just from the little impression that I got from the demo. I do think Nioh is going to be way more unique than this game was as a like Souls-like game, bringing something new to the series. But I could be completely wrong, and this game's going to be fucking awesome when it comes out. And I hope that they are making it better. I believe they are going to make it better. Maybe improve the level design. I feel like I've said this before, but almost every single level that we see from trailers looks exactly the same. There's 2 or 3 paths. There's spiky things everywhere. It's a little bit dark, and you're in a cave and there's water everywhere. I feel like that's the exact description of 90% of the levels that we've seen from all the trailers. And I guess I also really wanted to ask you guys, how is your hype for this game at this point? Because, yeah, mine died down a little bit. I'd say mine died down about half of what it was. I was super hyped in the beginning, very hyped. Saw the trailer, damn, this looks awesome. It's about all I could really ask for, a nice Souls-like game. It looks cool, it looks edgy, it's got that anime style. But as time passed by, especially at the point where they were like, alright, you can pre-order it. We don't have the release date yet. It's gonna come soon. 6 months later, here's the release date. Cool. Oh yeah, it got delayed to next year, sorry. That was a huge bummer, and that probably brought down my hype for this game about half of what it was before. But I'm still hyped for it because, well, it's a Souls-like game and there's not many of them. Definitely leave your opinions about this game in the comment section down below. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this wasn't a really long video, but I really wanted to talk a little bit about Code Vein. I haven't really like uploaded like the trailers and stuff. I don't really want to do that. They're like little trailers. They've uploaded a bunch of like character trailers, and again, they did a lot of these trailers when the release date wasn't even announced, and then they released the release date trailer, and then it was delayed about a month later, which is a huge bummer. But as long as they make the game better, more fun, then I'll be happy, and I think most people will be happy, and I think they'll be happy in their sales. I'm sure the game will still do well for them. Just for the fact that it's in this anime style, I feel like it's probably going to do well. So as long as the gameplay is good, then they'll probably sell a bunch of copies, and maybe put more time, and maybe more companies will see that there's more value into this genre. I feel like before, I swear to God, man, before the whole Battle Royale genre like blew up, I had a really good feeling about this type of like hack and slash Souls-like type of genre. I feel like that could have been a big one for companies because I feel like they're kind of underrated and they have a lot of potential to do new things and improve upon it. Would have been cool to see. I'm sure we'll still get more in the future, and there's some being worked on. Hell, there's probably some Souls-like Battle Royales coming out soon. Who knows? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you all later. Peace everybody.